Hey everybody, I hope you all are doing well and just kind of have this freak. I guess it's winter time, so it's not freak. A lot of you are up north and where there really is snow and cold weather, but here, we don't typically have all that much snow, but as you can see here, there is some snow and it's coming right on down. I don't know how well the camera shows that up, but George,
Meow.
yeah, what do you think, George? Is this not your favorite thing? Yeah. So George isn't liking the camera this morning. So at any rate, here we are out here in the snow. Got the C10 going inside the shop and just getting ready to go in there and do a little seat mounting. Got some hardware, figured some seat belts out. So here we go. All right, so I've been working on getting the seats mounted inside of the C10. I figure that's a good place to go. I got the sound dampening down for the biggest part, and now I need to get my seat mounting holes made, my seat belts in, all of the stuff that I'm going to need the holes marked for putting carpet in. And since I'm going with a different seat, I'm going to have to make new holes. We're going to have to do something to reinforce the floor. A seat holds you in place, so you want to have that thing bolted down snugly in the car. So if there was an accident or something, the seat isn't just going to rip out of there. So what I've done is just kind of look at where the steering wheel is versus the seat placement, try to get it all centered up in there, and then try to get it level across the two seats where they come together in here. And then if you look at the back glass, kind of try to get that back of the seat where it looks level through the back glass. And I think we've got it. It took quite a bit to get the middle of this raised up enough so that it looked level. Okay, so what I've done here is I found a piece of 2-inch square tubing, and it's 1.5 inches wide, that will fit roughly inside of this little inset in the floor here. Now I've got a piece of pipe welded inside of here. So when I put the bolt all the way through, it doesn't collapse this piece of square tube. The front of it, I'm going to have to figure something out to mount that. Probably weld a nut on the inside of this tubing here so the bolt can go through and tighten down. And then I have to fasten the square tube to the floor of the truck. So I will lay some flat stock underneath here with holes already in it. I'll weld them onto my square tubing. Then I'll mark and drill the holes in the floorboard on the outside. When I take the seat out, I'll be able to drill the holes on the other side of the square tubing. So there'll be 4 bolts holding the square tubing down to the floor of the truck. And then your 2 factory holes. The one at the rear will have a bolt going all the way through the floor to hold it down. So I think that should be plenty strong enough. But you can see this seat, I had to raise it 2 inches up off of this floor right here. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. All right, so you can see I got it welded up here. I mean, I'm not gonna brag on my welding ability, but those welds definitely aren't going anywhere. Full penetration there. You can see my piece of pipe that I have welded in the back here to keep that from collapsing. Like I said, just a simple piece of gas pipe, drill a big hole, set it in, rosette weld around it, and pretty good shape. So hey, I think that's going to take care of mounting that middle section of the seat. We're just you know, 5 or 6 more holes in the floorboard away from having that done. We're gonna get this wrapped up so we can move on to the next phase of this, which is getting all the defroster hoses and linkage set up so we can open all the doors with the little AC control on the dash. Alrighty guys, well, got the drill out, got holes drilled out to 1/2 inch through the floorboard of the truck, right where we lined the seat up at. And then I want to show you my bolt setup for putting these seats in, because hey, I may not get a good video of all of it once it's done. So I've got the holes drilled here in the floor. Okay, so bolt and flat washer on top going through the seat, and then underneath the floor I've devised this setup. Got a giant, I think it's a 1-inch flat washer, but these things are about 1/8 inch thick, followed up by a 7/8 flat washer on that, with the 1/2 inch flat washer to cap everything off. So that'll grip a pretty good sized spot. Going to do that on all 4 corners. This one back here was actually a factory bolt hole, but I went ahead and just drilled all of it off. So now I can put my 7/16 bolt there. was able to get the seats mounted in the truck, get all of the hardware sorted out with what bolts and whatnot that I need, building that bracket for the middle and getting the center of the seat to level up. That was a huge deal. Took a little thinking outside of the box, but you know, we can get it done. Something, you know, I can't stress how important it is safety wise to make sure that you have the seats securely bolted into the car. I mean, it kind of goes without saying, but I want to say it anyway. Make sure you got them fastened down good. I mean, all of the hardware I used on this seat was grade 5, but they're 7/16 diameter bolts, so they're huge, bigger than what the stock 72 came with, bigger than what the 88 model truck came out with. And I just want to err on the side of safety on everything that I do. Got my 3-point or shoulder belts put in here. This piece did break when I took it out of the other truck, but it kind of, I think it's going to work out. The color's not too terribly far off from my seat, and they function just as they're supposed to. So hey, that was a win right there, because those came out of a truck that I have sitting out in the boneyard out back. So always a good deal when you can do that. Gonna end it here. You guys have an awesome rest of your day, awesome holidays if we don't see you before then. You know, if you like the content, give it a thumbs up.